All right, being 10:15, we'll call the Policy and Governance meeting to order. D1, 2, and 3 are here. Notice the meeting was posted April 19th. Entertain a motion for minutes of April 12th.
Motion to approve.
Motion is second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Item 2, discussion of possible action regarding proposed projects, programs to be undertaken by the BOCC or beneficiary trust of Oklahoma County to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic and the economic impacts thereof of Oklahoma County. Proposed projects, programs, expenditure categories are public health, negative income impacts, services to disproportionate impacted communities, premium pay, investment in water, sewer, broadband, revenue replacement, and administrative. Item 2.
Hey, good morning. Stephen LaChance with Accenture. So as far as this standing agenda item goes, no major updates. We're still working, standing up the process to intake proposals, and then we'll submit them as projects once they've been authorized. But we're here today to talk about that process and kind of the status there. You can go to the next one. Oh. Okay, so since we last saw you 2 weeks ago, we've been working with County IT, and they've been moving very quickly. We're very appreciative of that, to stand up a web intake form and also a database to go along with it to store the data and where we can access to conduct reporting. They've set us up with access to your network, and we've been able to remote in and access these tools through that, and that's been great. So it's been an iterative process going through testing, making some minor adjustments as we go. But literally just during my layover on the way here, I think we got to a final state. So we're ready to kind of move to the next step. And I wanted to put that back to you a little bit. If you wanted to take a moment to review the form, I can sit with each of you individually and we can walk through it, or however you'd want to manage that. But otherwise, we feel that it's ready to move into the production environment and we can start looking at pilots.
Stephen, do we have the ability as a group to go over that now? That way we're not.
Dane, you think so?
Yeah, and it's on InfoZone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you can bring up InfoZone on.
That would be my preference. That way,
Sure.
collectively, the group.
Maybe I could forward the link to you, Michaela. Yeah, let me email it to you. That would be easier. And sorry, it's moving fast, so I didn't have time to prepare this portion. Okay, just sent. I think I will have to enter in some credentials. Should I come around to you?
It doesn't matter if you pull it up, because if we can't tie it into our items on the agenda, we'll have to review it a different way. So we will have to do one-on-ones.
All right, so for all practical purposes, this meeting's pretty much over.
Is that
So-
your motion?
Well, so let me, hold on a second.
Thank you.
I don't know if this is me as comments or what, but I appreciate Aaron keeping us in line. For the next meeting, I suggest we return to a general catch-all item that we had in a previous agenda, something along that would be discussion possible action regarding overview of program and ARPA, program governance, fund requests, authorization process, funds management, and et cetera. So that if there's not a specific item relative to the two items that you all asked me to come up with last week and put on the agenda, that we're able to have conversation moving forward.
Yep.
And I'm happy to put that on next if you want, or Michael, you can, just some type of general, so, right, we can't even really receive this project update.
Sounds great, Joe. I appreciate you taking the time to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we able to talk through maybe some of the general next steps and open items?
Well, under agenda item 2, however far-reaching we think it might get us, I'm not sure.
So,
I'd say run until they say stop. Yep, we got a nod. Let's run until we say stop.
Okay. Okay, so after we get your sign off on the form itself and the system that we have in place there, we can promote it to the production environment where we can have agencies and departments start to submit their projects and proposals for review and authorization for funding. To get to that next step, I think we agreed last time we talked about having IT pilot a project themselves, so we can have them run through, and then I think we can open it up to the sheriff, who's already given a lot of thought to their ARPA projects, and others that we talk to over the course of today and tomorrow.
I mean, I think the end of it is we're ready to go, and we just.
We're done. I'm sorry. All right, item 3, I guess item 2, we're gonna take no action. Item 3, any action?
let me go back to item 2 as it relates to these, Aaron, I can't see you. Chris, can I? Let me try to see if we can get something done.
Revenue replacement?
As it relates to possible proposed projects or programs internally relative to these 7 categories, we won't know exactly which category internally a county program or project might fit until we get the form onto the website and begin to receive those. In order to do that, we need to finalize the form. Is there an ability, knowing that information, to review that form? Okay. Is there an ability to discuss specific requests they might be aware of from county departments to date?
Let me just say this, maybe this will help. I think these agenda items give the reasonable person on the street notice that you're going to be discussing projects to be funded with this money, and that's it. I think that's where our problem is. Everything that you need to be discussing, apparently from what I'm hearing from you,
It's operational.
is preliminary steps that have to be taken, and without those being taken and decisions being made, you can't even get to number 2.
That makes sense.
Tried. That's all right.
But I do think your proposed fix of having, a more general procedures item would have solved that.
Okay, all right. So. Yeah. I moved to adjourn.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Sorry about that, gentlemen.